integration, and it's a magical teaching strategy. Yes, that saves the students from sleeping in class and the teachers from talking to blank faces all day. So, honestly, teachers, if I ask you, have you ever entered a classroom and seen the students who are just staring out of the window as if they were discovering something, or it can be nearly that they have gone to some other planet? Have you ever experienced such type of thing ever when you have started your teaching career? Yes, teachers, can
Yes,
please
yes,
unmute
yes,
yourselves and
yes, most of the times.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and so therefore we are going to do means we are going to integrate this thing, the art integration method, so that these system of rote learning is changed and the students they find interest inside the class so that they come back to their original planet itself. Now, whatever we are teaching in the class, it is very whatever we are doing in the class, we have to imagine that anything is not possible without art. Even if we are teaching mathematics and a triangle is drawn on the board, that is also an art form for teaching the symmetry design that will create more enthusiasm in the children, and suddenly beautiful art that gets the form of geometry. This creates a good masterpiece for the students. Now, for teaching science, in that case also, when we are if we are teaching about flower, so a flower is not just a diagram in a book. It is a diagram when it is any good integration is not done. So when the students are told to draw a flower on their own, they'll draw it, they'll color it, and even that will bring a very good atmosphere and the friendly atmosphere that the children always need, and that will bring the happiness in the learning, and they'll easily come to know about the flowers there and the pollination that is going on, everything very easy for them. So instead of this simply reading out like a story or just dictating the chapters in the class, if they are given something to do, they are, they can design their things and that will give good experience to them. So this is the best part of art integration. Now, if you can see the screen, there is what is written over there. Before a child talks, they sing. Before they write, they draw. As soon as they stand, they dance. Art is a fundamental to human expression. So when we have small children, when they start walking, or first when they are standing, we'll find that the kids are just going up and down. Means they are dancing, like it seems that they are dancing. So now, when they are given a pencil to write something, are they to write anything on the are they to write the alphabets or numbers on the paper? Happen. So this is because they don't know how to do it, but they scribble on the sheet. Take the pencil or the chalk, whatever is given, and they scribble on the platform which is given to them, either on the board or a paper that is given to them. Now, there is an activity for you teachers. If you can get a and paper, I can give you some time just to draw a triangle. And I want to know what you see in that triangle. Just 30 seconds time. In 30 seconds time, I want you teachers to draw a triangle in a sheet. Yes, teachers, have you done so? Yes, teachers. Now, can you please, any one of you, can you please explain what you have drawn and what you can see there? Teachers, are you able? Am I audible?
Ma'am, your voice is cracking.
There is an activity for you, ma'am. If you are able to draw a triangle, and please explain what you have seen in the triangle. Yes, teachers. First, okay. Ma'am, can I get the answer from you, ma'am, please? After drawing the triangle, what is that you are able to see? So, I don't know if I'm not able to hear you or not, because after drawing the triangle, we are just able to see the three lines, and the thing that we able to see the three lines that are joining, and the triangle is made. So, what is that we are going to learn from here? The simple drawing is able to teach the children about the shapes. So, actually, those are the art forms that is teaching the children, and with the I'm facing so much of network issues.
Yes, ma'am, your sound is cracking.
Ma'am, I can do the slide share. You can just speak, ma'am. Okay, not an issue.
Okay, sir. So, yes, teachers, you were told to draw a triangle, and I told you after drawing the triangle, what are the things that is visible to you?
Hello, ma'am. I'm Ashwita here. A triangle is a polygon
Yes.
with three vertices, three sides, and three angles. I can say I can see in that triangle.
Okay. So that is the basic thing that came to your mind after you drew the triangle. And
It's a
yes,
closed shape figure.
yes, it's a
I can.
closed shape figure.
Yeah, ma'am. That's it.
Okay. So actually, so these are, that is what I'm trying to tell you, that it's just not a triangle. It is something that we are teaching the children to go on through. And this is what that makes the class more interactive. And the interactive classes are always very helpful for the children also. And so we can carry on in this way. Yes, can we go to the next slide? Yes, so now what is art in? So art in concepts through art, a teaching approach that combines art with education. Now the key features will be the child-centered learning. What is the child-centered learning? Yes, teachers, what do you mean by the child-centered learning?
More participation of students.
Yes, the students will be more participating and it will be very interactive, and the children will learn good and will be very enthusiastic if they are allowed to do the work on their own. And the next key feature is the experiential learning. So what do you mean by experiential learning?
When the
Learning by
children
experience.
experiencing.
Learning by doing.
Learning by doing, learning by experiencing.
Yes, yes, ma'am. It's a learning process in which the students learn through direct experiences and active participation also. So that gives a reflection of good learning, and they are also very happy to do all those things. So it's all learning by doing. So the next key feature is the interdisciplinary approach. So what teachers, what do we mean by the interdisciplinary approach? It's also an approach in art integration where the teaching method is combined in art form with different subjects, such as it can be science, mathematics, social science, language, anything. And the environmental studies also according to it. And that makes the learning more meaningful, more engaging, and more experiential. The students learn academic concepts through artistic activities like drawings, paintings, even dance, music, storytelling. Yes, and the next key feature is already given over there, learning by doing. So the more the children do, they get more experience and they enjoy the learning that much, and also they learn more than simply by rote learning. Yes, sir, can we please move to the next slide? Now, what are the objectives of art integration? It's written over there, the cognitive development. So, under cognitive development, we are having critical thinking, problem solving, and the conceptual understandings. So, the conceptual understanding, when we are going through this critical thinking and problem solving methods, we are getting a good understanding of the subjects. And the next objective being emotional development, where the children has the ability of self-expression, confidence building, emotional intelligence. Now, can anybody please tell me what is that emotional intelligence? What do you mean by that emotional intelligence?
Ma'am, emotional intelligence means where a child is capable enough, he's that capable enough so that he can manage his emotions or he can take decisions for him.
Yes,
And we can
very
try to
good.
help the child to, uh, have control. That is very, very important part nowadays in teaching. Not only in academics also, but we have to teach our students to have their emotional controls also. So to build a emotional control is equally important as per the academic points.
Yes, thank you, Deepa ma'am. Actually, yes, Deepa ma'am, what Deepa ma'am said is absolutely correct. This emotional intelligence is required because when the emotional balance is there in the class, that makes the learning more helpful for the child and the child gets to learn more. So, now how is that emotional intelligence going to be built up in the class? How is that emotional intelligence going to build up in the class?
By
Ma'am, we
facing
can
the
have
situations,
role plays.
by facing the problems.
Yes.
Role plays, ma'am.
Yes.
We can introduce role plays, like, we can have situations where we can see how the child is reacting, how he or she is able to take decisions or not. What is their, Which kind of role plays can be introduced in
Yes.
the class?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, making the environment very friendly for the child. So the child is able to do or ask any question or any doubts, to say anything that is in his or her mind easily, and so that the peers are not going to comment anything on the points that the child has thrown. Then the social development, the under social having teamwork, communication, collaboration. So all these things we all know that when everything, a project or anything is given to a child to do, a teamwork is required. Yes, Antara ma'am, you want to say something? Antara ma'am, you want to say something?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So the teamwork, yes, yes. Yes, Antara ma'am. Okay. So the teamwork is helping the child to get the learning, get a well learning from the other peers also, where everybody is going to share their ideas, everybody is going to show their work. So that will create an atmosphere where one child is able to learn from other children also. Then there's the cultural development, the appreciation of local art and heritage. A very important thing that is required in today's children, the appreciation of the local art. What is it, ma'am? Appreciation of the local art. Here, the children are able to understand about their own culture and they feel proud about it. They'll also know about their own history. So that will make them more proud and about their subjects. Yes, about the culture of the place where they are living, the various art forms. Now we have about the mandala art, the Wali art, the Pottochitra. So all these things, they come to know about it. They do this on their own. They follow the rules, and they'll come to know. So that will create a good atmosphere for them. Yes, sir. Can we move to the next slide? Sir, can we? Sir, can we move on to the next slide? Yes, thank you, sir. So there is a picture given over there, the picture of a bird. By looking at the picture, what is the basic thing that is coming to your mind? I want teachers to unmute yourselves and please tell me, by looking at the picture, what is that you're able to find out?
Bird coming in search of food, ma'am, on tree. Hello.
Yeah, simple picture. So you can share your yes.
It's a bird sitting on a tree which came in search of food, ma'am.
Anything, anything else that is coming? Anything, whatever you feel means you can see. Means you can see because it's just a picture.
Fruits are there, but his attention is not there. He's thinking about something else.
Anybody else can please say something? Self-reliance and confidence. Okay. Now, when you have this, okay, so many of you have shared your views by looking at the picture. So that was a thought that came to your mind just by looking at the picture. There was something that there were no foundations in your thought. Now, when you're asked, can you count the number of fruits that are hanging on the branch over there? So what will you do? You will start counting the number of fruits where your thoughts are being bounded to the number of fruits in the branch that is hanging over there. Or you can count the number of leaves that you can see. So in this case, we will find that, sir, can I go on to the next slide? In this case, we will find that the bird is, yes, so that is what is, by allowing free thinking, a lot of creativity can happen. Just as when you just saw the bird sitting on the branch over there, many new ideas came to your mind. But when you were restricted to count only the number of fruits or the number of leaves, so there was a foundation. That foundation is creating a trouble in your mind. You're not able to think freely. So we teachers, yes sir, can we move on to the next slide? And we as facilitators will just help those children to share their ideas. Okay. Now, the next one is, you can see the slide. There are 4 coins over there: the experience, observations and reflections, development of ideas, and testing ideas in practice. All these things are interrelated to each other. When we observe any problem child, what we do, we ourselves as facilitators try to develop new ideas, and then we are trying to share those ideas and testing it among the children, that how can we improve a child, and that is an experience the teacher is getting. We are teachers also need certain experiences to move on. So each and everything is interrelated to each other. Yes, sir. Next slide. So, Yes, sir. Can we move on to the next slide? Next, we are having the PDCA cycle. So, what is PDCL cycle? The PD is plan, D stands for do, and C for check, A to act. What is the plan? What is that P plan? What plan are we going to do in a classroom, we as facilitators?
And how to integrate art in our teaching, that we have to plan, how to implement that.
Okay. How we are going to implement, we have to make a plan for that. Yes. So first thing that we are doing is we are identifying a problem. We are identifying a problem or a goal and developing a strategy to achieve improvement in the children. Now, when we are going through the plan, we have to go through some questions. So, what are the basic questions that should come to our mind? The basic questions that should come to our mind. Yes, ma'am, can you please say something? The basic questions that are supposed to come to our mind when we are thinking of something, when we are planning something. The basic questions of the first question, it may come that what to improve in a child. The first thing, what we are supposed to improve in a child, what is causing the problem, and what resources are needed, what actions should be taken. So these are the questions that we are going through when we are planning something. Then the time comes. Now, for example, if we see that a student or a child is having a communication problem, so we have to find that how we are able to uh, create an environment or do such a thing, the communication problem of the child is improved. So what we are supposed to do in that case? Yes, can anybody of you please say what we are supposed to do in that case when we find that a child is having a communication problem, or after plan in the what we are supposed to do? Yes, put simple question. Okay. So after the planning is done, when we are certainly going to implement the planned strategy, we are going through the questions that the planning that we have already done, means we are going to perform it now. Are we able to carry it on properly, or are the students participating actively? For that, what are we going to do? We will share a picture in the class, and the student will be asked to to say something on the picture that is being shared. So the child will come on the stage and in front of the class and will try to say something. So there we have to check the communication skill of the child. After that, when it is check, what are we going to check? PDCA, C stands for check. What are we supposed to check? We have to evaluate and we have to analyze the results. So how the planning that we had done and the strategy that we are applying, is the strategy working properly? What other improvements were observed in the child, or the challenges that we have faced? Now the teachers compare the students' reading scores before and after the intervention of the skill. After the intervention, what is the evaluation? What is the difference between each child? Some are fast learners, they learn fast, and the communication skills will also improve accordingly. Some are slow learners, but they'll also obviously it'll take some time. Now, when the time comes for acting, the standardized successful practices that were done or the necessary modifications that are required has to be taken off. Now, the reading scores has to be checked. The teacher has to find out whether he or she is able to incorporate or guide the child properly, and whether this thing is going to be continued in the class for improving the communication skill of the child. There is a picture given over there. You can see a picture, and it's a story actually. Can anybody please find out actually what is the child trying to do?
Child is showing her mother that mama, please see, there's a butterfly.
Yeah, there's butterfly. Anything else?
And I think she's also saying that how beautiful flowers are there.
Yes.
That here the child is pointing at the butterfly, and
Yeah.
she is so amazed by the colorful wings of the butterfly.
And there is a mother and
Yes,
daughter
yes. Thank
conversation.
Yes, there is a mother and daughter. Yes. So there are so many things that you found out. Actually, it's a story that I'm saying it now. Now, here the story is about a butterfly and the flower. So what happened? One day when Ria was sitting in her garden, she saw a beautiful butterfly flying from one flower to another. And obviously, the children being curious, the curious child watched it carefully. Now, the child found that the butterfly sat on a bright yellow flower and then flew to the red flower. Now, Ria asked her mother, "Mother, why is the butterfly visiting so many flowers?" So, her mother explained the butterfly is collecting nectar from the flowers. While doing so, which helps plants produce seeds. Now, Ria learned new things, learned something new, learned about pollination. The next day, Ria went to school and shared what she had learned. Her teacher asked the class to draw a butterfly visiting flowers and color their pictures beautifully. The students drew the picture, colored it. Some of them labeled the flower, the butterfly, and the pollen grains. So what do we learn from this? What is the concept that is being created? Through the drawing and coloring, the children understood the science or the concept of pollination, and that through in a fun and creative way. So that is a way how we can teach children. It's a simple story. The child has to about pollination. So through the story itself, the child is able to learn. And obviously, the picture that was given in the class, that also created an enthusiasm in the children, and the children learned about pollination so nicely without creating any problem or hindrance in their brains. Can we go to the next slide, sir? Yes, sir. Can we move on to the next slide? Sir, can we please move on? Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So now the principles of art integration. What are the principles of art integration? You can see a picture over there. Yes, this is a picture of the water cycle where the children have made this model, and to see the evaporation, the precipitation, the condensation process that is going on. So this way, the child will be able to learn water cycle very easily. The students, they created a layered process map using various textures to represent the stages of water, the water movement. So for evaporation, we can use wispy cotton or translucent paper to show the rising vapor. Condensation, create the 3D clouds using sponge painting or wool. Precipitation, add vertical lines with silver thread or beads. And so for collection, we use the blue foil tissue paper for water bottle. So this is a model have made, and they can learn the water cycle so easily. And for this also, one more thing is that the model is not being made by one single child. Many children, if it is done in the class, more than one of the are actually working together to create the water cycle. They are actually sharing their ideas. So this is a very good peer-to-peer learning is happening in this method also. Yes, can move on to the next slide now. Now, art integration subjects. Now there is a Rangoli design, and we can also find a child doing something. Can you, what are the children doing over there?
They are preparing the models and try to understand what the models are working, yeah, how the models are working, basic concepts of these models.
Yes.
And the
Yes,
other
in
child is
the picture can
helping also.
Yes, yes, another child is helping, and one child is busy with the model. Now, actually, now we can see that actually they are enjoying while they are doing the work. So this enjoyment is required in the classroom so that each child can learn so each children can learn anything in the class by enjoying. Okay. Yes, my voice is breaking. Actually, I'm facing some. And another that we are able to see. So what can we learn from Rangoli? In the Rangoli design, it is seen that the Rangoli patterns we can show to the children, and they will be easily able to learn the pattern symmetry. And we can also apply origami for geometry. What are the strategies that we should follow in the class for art strategies that we should follow? So many strategies I found, I have written here. Can one of you please read the strategies? Anybody can please unmute yourself and please read the strategy given over here.
Classroom strategies are storytelling, puppet show, role play, theater activities, creative activities, poster making, collage making, clay modeling, cartoon creation, technology integration, digital art, animation, educational videos.
Yes. If you have something else, you can share, ma'am, teachers. These are some of the strategies that we can apply in the classroom to make the teaching learning process very smooth. Okay. So when we are telling stories, we can stories actually love to hear two stories. So they'll hear to it, and through the storytelling, as we just did a little while before, that through the storytelling method, mother was able children be able to learn about pollination. So it was all through storytelling. Now when we are, it was all through storytelling. Now when song and role plays, these are the role plays that can be done. Puppet shows, this is also an thing that will help that in the children, and they'll try to learn things very happily, and that will obviously create a good environment for learning to the children. Theater activities, classroom or theater. Yes, teacher, we're going to make a classroom a theater. Namrata ma'am, you're trying to say something, yes? Actually, yes. We'll make our class a small theater where the children will role play on in, and they will learn new things by role playing. And the others who are sitting in the classroom, they'll see friends or their peers doing those things. They'll also feel happy to learn, and they'll learn new things very easily. Then the poster making, the collage making, clay modeling, the cartoon creation. So these things, the strategies that are given over there, that will create the classroom, give the classroom an environment where the student will be able to learn everything in a very creative way. Yes, sir. Can we move on to the next slide? Yes. Now, the art integration is and inclusive education. As we know that there are various types of learning styles, various kinds of children. There are some visual learners, some of them are auditory learners, some kinesthetic learners, and some who are able to read and write properly. So all the different types of learners needs various kinds of learning styles also. They require different strategies to, so that they can learn the things easily. So and the what are the supporting diverse learners? The visual learners, the auditory learners, the kinesthetic learners. Now the benefits are that all the participants are going to equally participate in the work that is given in the class, and they the classroom examples are given over there. Music based learning, movement-based activities, collaborative art projects. So these things, now where all the children are sitting together and working on a project, we can find that, and the teacher being a facilitator over there has to obviously guide the children so that they can do everything properly. And it can also be found that the children are sharing their ideas. They're sharing their ideas and they are trying to create the project. So everybody will have their own ideas. That will create the environment, and the children will be able to learn the things from their peers. Sorry. So here, when all the visual learners, the auditory learners, the kinesthetic learners are sitting together, everyone will share their everybody of us, all of us are having different ideas. The ideas may or may not match with each other. So whatever idea the one is sharing with the other, we should listen to it and try to find out and try to analyze that whether this is possible or not, or whether that is going to make the project more beautiful, more interesting. So that will create the environment where the students will learn, and that too, it's not a very boring situation where the students will sit and just listen to the lectures of the teacher. Here they are going to learn something by doing on their own. Sir, can we move on to the next slide? Yes, sir. Can we move on to the next slide, please? Okay. So assessment in art integration. What are we supposed to assess? After everything is done, when we can see the picture over there where the children are actually working together, and here some assessment has to be done after the project work is over. So what is that we are supposed to assess? The creativity of the students, the participation of each child, collaboration, their understanding of concepts, assessment tools, the tools that they are using, and rubrics, observation, portfolio, peer assessment, self-assessment. So here, after the assessment is done, we'll able to find out what actually each child is learning. It may happen that the learning process or the learning that the child is going through may happen fast or maybe slow, but it's sure that a child is going to learn something better from the other children. And actually there is a competition of a child within itself. What a child is learning better from today, what is he or she going to learn tomorrow? So each and every day, not only child, we humans, every day we are learning new things. So and by doing various kinds of activities, the children are also going to learn new things every day. So the simple formula that we have to follow, that PDCA cycle that we did, that simple formula we have to follow, and we can do it very easily. It is not about just creating a perfect artwork. Nobody is going to find out that how beautifully the artwork is done. It is just about using the art as a tool to enhance the understanding, to enhance the creativity, the communication. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Namrata, ma'am. Okay. So what is the engagement that the students what is the engagement and what are they learning? So in just 2 lines, I can say that after the entire thing, we are here that simple concept is that we are not going to create only artists. We are going to create learners. So what type of learners and how they are going to learn, that is up to us, the facilitators. Yes, sir. Can we move on to the next slide? Now, what are the key benefits for the educators? The cognitive growth that engages multiple areas of the brain, leading to better retention and problem solving skills. The engagement boosts the student motivation and creates a positive, inclusive classroom environment. The personalization allows the students to express their unique voice while meeting academic standards. So after everything, we found that so many developments are going to take place: the cognitive growth, the engagement of the students, and obviously the students are allowed to express their new ideas to with everybody in the class or the peers that they are working with. Yes, sir. So can I come to know what are the key takeaways that you got from the session today? Yes,
By using
teachers,
art,
can I just know?
by using art integration, every child should learn, every child will learn how to manage, how to cooperate, and it is a collaboration and learning by doing, and by using art, how we will explain something, and he can able to explain everything easily. These are the things.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, Ritu, ma'am.
Ma'am, working with
Yes,
peers
sir.
also.
Yes, ma'am. Working with the peers. PDCS, yes, the PDCS
We
cycle
have
we
to
came to know
we
today.
have to tolerate everybody.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
With the art
Anybody
integration,
else?
hello, ma'am.
Yes, Noor, ma'am.
Ma'am, with the art integration,
Yes.
child or with the art
Hmm.
integration, child also improve their creativity in different ways.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Nupur, ma'am. So we
Ma'am,
can
it
move on to
makes
the next slide. Yes, 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 Suman, ma'am.
yes, ma'am, it makes learning meaningful. Student can relate from one subject to the other subject, and it enhances the understanding and develops the critical thinking of the students, which promotes the holistic development of the child.
Yes, ma'am. The holistic development of the students are also found. Yes. Anything else?
By
Emotionally
using
strong,
art
they're making the
integration,
children emotionally. Yes, ma'am.
excuse me, ma'am. By using art integration, every child can uh, uh, give his or her views by using that art integration, or uh, by the help of art integration.
Okay, yes, Ritu, ma'am. Creativity, yes. So, okay, sir. Order thinking still, yes. Yes, sir. The next slide. It's over. This we come to an end about the art integration. So today I'm keeping your classroom more engaging. Yes. Great speaking skill. Okay. Okay. Reading and skills. Okay, thank you, teachers, for joining the session. Thank you, ma'am.
Dearest
The
participants,
link for the certificate.
those who wish to give a feedback to the resource person can kindly come forward and express your, views about today's session. We would be really indebted to the participants. Okay, so Satamita ma'am, though there was a network issue and all, you have ensured that wonderfully you're delivering the session today. Thank you so much for your consistency and commitment towards the session, ma'am. And it was really indeed a wonderful session wherein lots of art integration strategies have been discussed. Thank you so much. And dearest participants, those who wish to stay informed about our sessions like this can join the WhatsApp group link, which I have shared in the chat box. So those who are not in our WhatsApp group, you can join the WhatsApp group using the link that has been given. And that's all for today. We shall meet tomorrow